Hello everyone. This video I'm going to create which will explain in detail about how do we create a storage integration object within Snowflake, and using that how do we access all the external objects which are present outside of the Snowflake. Example, if I want to list any files which is present in AWS S3, which is obviously not natively present within Snowflake, then how do I access that via storage integration object? This is a very important concept because using this we will be able to create external stage, and using the external stage you can bringing all the data which are present outside the Snowflake. So it is an enabler for all your data ingestion capability which is having within Snowflake, right? So let's begin this video. So how do we create a storage integration object? For this demonstration, I have taken AWS as an hyperscaler, and obviously my Snowflake instance is anyways there, right? Within AWS, you have to go first to IAM as a console, right? So within what is an IAM? IAM is nothing but your identity management within AWS, wherein you create lot of groups, users, right? And give all the permissions to those groups and eventually assign them to the users, right? What am I going to do right now? I will be creating a new role at the very first, okay, within IAM. Okay, so I will have to create role, and this role I have to create for an AWS account. Why did I choose even AWS account? The reason being, this role is going to facilitate the account to account integration. My Snowflake account, if you see, it is hosted out of one of the AWS instances only, which is nothing but an account, right? So this account and this account, I will have to do the integration. That is why this option is chosen, right? And over here, let me choose an external ID. I will have to just give some dummy values, which will eventually be replaced, of course, right? And then I will have to give some kind of service level access. So which service am I going to associate with the IAM role? It is AWS S3, because this is exactly where I am going to put the files and try to access them through Snowflake. Okay, so let's click next. Okay, and then I have to give a a proper role name, a meaningful role name, right? So what am I doing? I am showing I am kind of giving a demonstration. So demo role, let's say, and then I give maybe July 4th, right? July 4th, right? Because today is July 4th, right? And then I'll not change anything on the trust policy. You see it right now. I will do this, kind of changes after some time. Keep, watching this video towards the end, and you will see how even that happens, right? So let's create a role. Okay, creating role, demo role, July 4th. Cool, my role is created. I go to IAM console, right? And then I see where is my role. Where is it? I'll have to locate this role first. Where is it? Where is it, folks? So, okay, this is the role. Okay. Now, if I click it, I will get a unique ARN number. Think of it like for all the services, you will get a unique ARN number. I will have to mark it. Okay. Let's say I keep ARN as this. What is the full form of ARN? AWS resource name. Okay, IAM is a resource. So, and sorry, the role is a resource, and the ARN which uniquely identifies this role is this one. Okay, this one is the ARN. Now I will have to go to S3. S3 is nothing but your simple storage service within AWS, right? And what is S3 especially? It is obviously a feature in which I can store anything and everything, within a console. So basically S3, you can say that it is completely a storage service which AWS provides, right? Over here I have to create a bucket. Okay, and within the bucket, of course, I will have to put in all my files, right? Same thing, let's say I will put demo, let's say S3 July 4. Okay, and then I just go down and I create a bucket. Okay, now for bucket also I will have to uh, get the ARN, isn't it, right? So I'll have to copy the ARN, and then I will have to see S3 ARN is what. This is my S3 ARN, right? Cool. So I have my IAM ARN. This is IAM, okay, ARN, and this is my S3 ARN, right? Now I am going to create my storage integration object. This is the syntax. So I am going to create a fresh storage integration object. Let's say July 4, okay, and external type is equal to external storage provider S3, enable true. What is my AWS role ARN? I'll have to copy this, replace it, okay. What got copied from S3? This one, don't put like this, okay, right? So just ensure that you change this context only. So if you put like this, it won't work, okay. Imagine you have put in this and then given it in quotes. This won't work, okay. Yeah, so ensure that you put it in this format, okay, which I am showing over here. Now let us see. If I run it, what happens. So is my storage integration object, oh, see, magic happened. My storage integration object got created, okay. Now what I will do is, once my integration object got created, I will have to fire one command, okay, which is like describe of the integration object, right? It will give me all the metadata details of this storage integration object, right? Now if I click like this, right, two important parameters I have to note over here, folks. One is external ID, another one is ARN. Okay. Now these two things, okay, we will have to put in my trust relationship using my IAM console for that role which we have created, right? So I have to go to IAM, okay, right? And then in IAM I have to go to role, okay, right? And what was the new role which we created? It was having something like July, no? So let's say July, cool. This is July, right? And I have to ensure that I trust the relationships, okay? These two values has to change. How do I change it? I have to edit the trust policy, okay, and then I have to pick up the external ID which I got by firing this command, okay. Now I have to copy this one. I have to put the external ID like this, right? And then what is my ARN? I have to put my ARN like this, copied it, and I have to put my ARN like this. I am all good. I have to update the policy. Trust policy got updated, right? Permissions and all, everything looks fine. Let us again validate it, okay? Whether I am seeing updated values or not. July 4th, trust policy. See, all these things are updated. So my storage integration is now set. Now, does that mean that I will be able to access the files which is present in S3? For that, let me, upload some files in S3 first. Okay. I go to S3, I look for my, kind of this bucket, and let me create a very simple file, a very simple, kind of CSV file I will be creating, right? So let me go and create it. So I will have to go to the downloads folder. Okay, no, so this is my way of uploading it. So obviously anything can be uploaded, right? So there is no hard and fast rule. So I have uploaded one CSV file, okay, for this demonstration. I'm going to access it via Snowflake, okay, which is present outside of S3. Okay, now the integration has been already done. We have established that trust policy. Through that, the relationship is now established. All IAM related activities are also done. Okay, now to read this file, what else do we need, right? So I will have to create a file format. Okay, so what will be my file format? Like this, July 4. So note down this syntax: create or replace file format, demo CSV format, July 4th, right? Now let us execute it. It should go through fine. No, see, it was an expected error. At least I knew it will be, an error because it was deliberately done, right? Now the reason being, I wanted all of you to know that file format is an object which is purely a database level object, not an account level object. What does that mean? The storage integration object, when we created it, it went through fine, okay, without we even changing the context. Nothing is selected, but it went through fine. That means what? This storage integration object I can use across multiple databases, but file format is purely present inside one database. Example, if I create maybe a file format, I'll have to choose a context under which particular database and schema you want to create it. Okay. So now when I have chosen the context, I should see my file format command running through fine. Cool. Now this even went through fine. Okay. Now let us, put the file format over here. Okay, and so why did I put it? Right, before that we should know that I have created the storage integration object, I have created the file format. Last and the final step is I will have to create the external stage. Okay, this is the command external stage. Let's give the stage name, same July 4th. Okay, what is my URL of the S3? This is my URL of the S3 through which I am going to access or see all the files, right? I put it like this. What is my storage integration object? Object name rather. This is my storage integration object name. Okay, right? Now let us create the external stage. Okay, cool. My storage integration object has been created, my file format has been created, and my external stage also has been created. Now will I be able to access this file? Okay, this, if I go to demo S3, I am seeing this file, right? Will I be able to access this file via Snowflake, right? Let us see it. Okay, now the command is like this. I will have to access it via list command on Snowflake, right? Cool. You see this? Exactly the same file name. The size is 262 bytes. This is your MD5 value, and this was the last modified timestamps. So what did we learn, folks? Through Snowflake, I can read all the data, or rather read the metadata of the file and access them, right? And this storage integration object is an enabler of creating my external stage. And this external, through this external stage object, we should be able to fire all my data loading related commands. Example, all my copy into commands can be fired using this external stage. That means I can easily load this particular file now into Snowflake because I am able to access it. Earlier I was not able to even access it, because how will even Snowflake know that where is my files? Okay, so once you follow all these steps, Snowflake will understand that my files is placed in this location, and this is how I am going to read it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful.